Hello, everyone on YouTube. It's your boy, the Memphis Accelerate. Welcome you back to check this out. This is a show where we take a look at whatever deck we want to take a look at, make a troll deck, rogue deck, casual deck, or meta deck. But we have ourselves a good old time with it, playing it on good old yugioh Pro, that Wild West Yu-Gi-Oh! And today we have ourselves another special from our Discord. I got a lot of people sending me decks nowadays, so I gotta try to get to them all. We're starting with this one. This is an interesting combination of Gate Guardian and Ursarctic, if you can believe it or not. It's Ursarctic Gate Guardian, called Don't Poke the Bear. That's the name of this deck. And it's a very casual-minded deck, but, with the right hand, this deck can actually hit our opponent pretty gosh darn hard. So we're going to be going into yugioh Pro. We're showing off this deck, showing off the combos and the wombos, the do's and the whatnot do's. And we'll have ourselves a good old time summoning out the Gate Guardian fusions, going for some synchro plays, going for some exceed plays. This deck does a whole bunch of different things. It all just depends on the hand. So, of course, you want the whole deck profile. That's going to be at the end as always. We'll also be having YDK file up on our Discord if you happen to want it there. That's going to be linked in the description. But for now, we're going to head on to the action and show off what this baby can do. Let's get right into it. Alright, everybody, it's time for our first opponent of the day in another card game. We are actually getting to go first, which is good, because this deck does like to go first. And we do have a couple of Ursarctics, which is great for me. Let's see, well, we have the two level 8s. We'd like a 7 and an 8, that's how Ursarctic play. But we'll start with our Castro Fender, it's our one concession to like a modern-ish thing to really hit our opponents hard. But it's something. We'll go ahead for Castro Fenrir. And we'll get started with the Castro line, just to kind of build up our board, that sort of thing. We'll work into other things. It's one of those decks, a lot of different strategies and a lot of different combos. It all depends on that opening hand you're going to get. So we're going to go ahead and use Rise Heart. We'll banish the Claw for now. Fine, we'll just banish the Claw. It doesn't really matter too much what we banish. That way we can just start off with our good old Shangri-La. Start deck thinning, that sort of thing. And we'll set a couple of cards, and we will end our turn there. And see where this goes. We have some interesting stuff going. We have the Prey of Jiraiguma. We can pop my opponent's cards. We've got my Shangri-La, which is cheating out more of my casters every turn. So we'll go ahead and get our other Fender just to have it interrupt there. And we also, more importantly, have the Grand Horn of the Heaven. Really nasty card on my opponent's special summon something. Negate summons. My opponent gets to draw a card, but it ends their main phase, which can be really devastating. Well, it'll at least stop my opponent from OTKing me, let's put it that way. So that'll be good. What do we got? Ooh, hello. Blaze Accelerate. The OG Blaze Accelerator. Interesting. Alright, I like Blaze Accelerator. Blaze Accelerator is cool. What are you gonna ditch? My man's going old school on me. He going old school on me. Okay, I can respect that. I can respect the OG Volcanic play right here. Let's see. So he can't attack this turn, but he can do other things. Okay. Alright. I think I can live with this. Volcanic Trooper. Now he's going to dip into the modern stuff here. He's going to go for the Super Accelerator. More than likely. Unless he already has it, but he would have played it. No, he will get Volcanic Blaze Accelerate. Because he can play that now. Okay. Alright. Alright, okay, that's fine. I mean, as long as Shangri-La's on the board, I'm good. I can just get out more of my guys. And my plan is next to go for Unicorn. But what I really could use is more Ursarctics. Because basically how Ursarctic work, and you'll be forgiven for forgetting, because they kind of fell off right afterwards. They're all about reverse synchro summoning. As in, instead of combining levels, we subtract levels. It's a very novel thing. It's a thing from the anime and stuff. Let's see. And I can do the synchro with these guys. I just need to get certain things going. Let's see here. Because the thing about Megapola, which would have been really great, but I can't do it. Oh, no. You're going to get... Oh, and Shangri-La can protect himself. That's right. I can protect my boy. All I need to do is detach materials from Shangri-La. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. But yeah, basically, Megapolar is part of our big combo, but we need a lot of Ursarctics on the board for it to work. It's a little tricky, but if we get Megapolar, I can get my Ursarctic Monster Born thing. That'll let me go for, like, my biggest combos. Let's see, Rimfire's going off, so we know where this is going. We know where this is going. It's Volcanics. We know he's... Oh, no, counter. Ooh. My boy's really going old school on me. He's going full Volcanic counter. Alright. Alright, okay. And then remind me, Volcanic Trooper gonna give a token. Okay. One to... Oh, no! He put it in the same column, that monster. He's locked out the Jiraiya. It would have been nice if I could have played this and just got rid of the token, but unfortunately, that's not the case. Alright. Well, thankfully, he can't attack this turn, so we're going to see where this is going to go. So, again, Shangri-La is going to do a thing. And we'll get that started up. And, ooh, my good. Don't tell me you have... Don't tell me you have Scattershoot. He might have Scattershot. Oh, boy. He might... okay. Nothing happened. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's go ahead for Shadow Ghoul of the Labrynth, our field spell Search-a-Muffin. And see where this is gonna go. What are you ditching? Okay. Nothing problematic. Good. Very good indeed. Let's see. Here's what we're gonna do, because I don't want to just sit on, Castra all day. That's not how we run. I'm really hoping to get Castra Birth here. I don't think he's gonna let me, but that was my plan anyway. If I could have gone for Birth... that would have been great. I would have loved to have gotten Castra Birth right there. Because then I could have gotten out more of my Castras and gone for my Synchros and things. Because I can go and make, like, I can make, like, Polari. Let me think here. Tributing a monster, especially when I excited for the graveyard. That would have let me go for my Synchro. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that right now. But this is one of those decks where the longer the duel goes, kind of like what this guy's trying to do, the longer the duel goes, the better it is. So we're just going to go ahead and set up Sangha of Thunder. I really wish I had... Let's see, neither of these is... Oh, this is a tuner. But they're the two level 8, so that's not going to work in this particular situation. My Synchros are 7s and 1s, so that's not going to work. So... Thinking here... Like, I could go for Megatanus, but I think I'm just going to end my turn for now. Slowly but surely, we'll get into what we want. And yeah, he's going to recover some of his volcanic shells, as you do. Rimfire and shell. Okay. Yeah, that's what volcanics do. Really just going to depend on, like, where it's all going to end up. But like I said, every turn we're just going to use Shangri-La. We'll keep getting out more monsters just so we can deck thin, all that good stuff. It's always a good thing to do. Always a good thing to do. I just don't like this BAM token. This BAM token is cramping my style. Because I can't go for Prey Jiraiya while it's on the board. Alright, what are you doing now? Ditching another count. Ooh, boy. Luckily, I know the weakness to counter. Otherwise, this would be a problem. See, counter is a really nasty card if my opponent, or if I was low on life points. That would be really, really bad. Because he could inflict damage back to me. But thankfully, that's not the case. Well, let's go ahead and Unicorn here. Well, let's see what my opponent's got in the extra deck. I'm just curious at this point. I'm curious. What do you play in your extra deck, sir? I imagine there's some Hitas and maybe a Promethean Princess. Possibly a Flame Banshee. Hard to say. Maybe some Nightmares. Let's see. Well, I got the Nightmare part right. What on earth is this? My boy's got some interesting cards, to say the least. Thinking, what do I want to get? What is important to get rid of? He has enough spell trap removal. I think the the Burning Tongue, whatever his name is. Oh yeah, and I always forget that Shangri-La has an effect. I always forget the fact that Shangri-La has that effect, where if you banish stuff with the Castras, then... let's see, this doesn't destroy me, right? Okay, that's fine. Ouchie. I don't even need to lock your zones, but I always forget that Shangri-La does that. That was a major problem with casters when they first came out. They have that power to do that. Not so much anymore. Not so much. Alright, so Blaze Accelerator. Gonna attempt to pop my unicorn. That's totally fine. Don't need it. Don't really need it. Not at the moment, sir. Alright. I mean, so far, we're having a nice back and forth. I do love my back and forth duels. That is one of the things I love the most from playing Yugioh. I don't like playing, you know, when there's no back and forth. That's not fun at all. So this is good. We're getting to show what this is what the deck's going to try to do. You know, we set things up. We're going to get into the Ursarctics as soon as humanly possible. It's just going to take a hot second. If I had just one more Ursarctic, I could make it work. I just need, like, one of the 7s. And then if I get Unicorn off, that'd be even better. Okay, so now he's going to go ahead, special summon the boy. But I'm going to be like, no. Grand Horn Heaven. You'll have to wait on your boy there for a second, sir. No offense, but you're going to have to wait on your Emperor, man. Okay, so yeah, he gets to go into main phase 2. He can't keep playing. He just can't do anything, like, battle-wise right now. Alright, so Accelerator is gonna summon out a monster, I think? He hasn't, or has he, you know, he blew up a card, yeah. Ooh, Slicer! You never see Slicer. Oh my goodness. My boy, I love how old school cool this guy's deck is. Like, he's got, obviously he's got the modern stuff. Obviously, it's Volcanics, they have to play the modern stuff, but he's also got the old school stuff, too, like the counter and the Slicer and stuff like that. I think that's cool. What's going on here? Wait, what? Pardon? Scusi? Ow. Well, that's a lot of damage. That's not good. That's not necessarily good. Because now it's like, what was it? I take 500 damage for every banished pyro. But I take an additional 500 every time I do stuff. I special summon a monster. Okay, that's bad. Well, that's not good, Jimmy. That's not good at all. Alright. Gonna have to do snarky things now. I see. We'll start with a unicorn. He could banish his last counter. But I have a feeling he's not going to. But he does have Scatter Shoot, which is not great. But thankfully, at least Shangri-La will live. Not that that's saying much, but it's something. Oh boy, I'm gonna be down to my last few life points here. I gotta get rid of that Emperor, like, now. I gotta get rid of that guy yesterday. Ouch, Gibibbles. Okay. Well, sad to say, I think I might be in some trouble here. Only my tray of Jiraigumos in a different zone. Has to be from the extra deck. Nah. Because now I'm going to take, what, another 1,000 damage? Or was it 15? 1,000 damage. Okay, so I can special summon 2 more times. After that, I'm boned. Let's see. Oh, if I could just go, like, Volcanic Emperor is so big and tough and big. Oh, but then he's got emission and inflict damage. No! You, gosh darn it. That's just, well, that's unfortunate, but I can't be too mad. Unfortunately, our deck just did not get the Ursarctics out. Let's see, destroy him all. Yeah, destroy that guy. But unfortunately, that's going to be game. But what a back and forth it was. Alright, but you get an idea what this deck is attempting to do. Yeah, the Castras, we get them going. If he hadn't kept stopping Birth, I could have kept going for, like, Fenrir and started hitting my opponent. Unfortunately, didn't get to maintain the things I wanted to maintain. But we were getting closer and closer, and, you know, at some point I was going to go for the Ursarctics. I mean, that's what the Casters are partly here for. Use them as synchro material for making out my little bear. Or the bigger bear, which is even better. Whichever one works out. So, let's go for duel number 2. Keep showing off what this deck is meant to do. You know? That's what I want to see. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Alright, oh, hey, we get to go first again. Sweet, love to see it. Let's see here. I've got 2 Ursarctics. Oh, wait, what do we got? I see, we're going to be up against that nonsense. I see. Up against the Mochanamis and the Mafurus. And the ash blossoms and everything else in the world. I see. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna end my turn. This might be an OTK deck for all I know, but I'm not gonna play into Fool Roast when I don't have enough to really, bank on that. So we're up against Sky Strikers. Okay. I was really banking on that Shadow Ghoul. I could have gotten out my Gate Guardian Fusion. On top of, like, going into the Synchros and everything. That would have been perfect. Would have been absolutely perfecto. But unfortunately, 'tis not to be. But thankfully, well, Sky Strikers can OTK. Not often, but they can do it. So we'll see how this goes, I guess. How many spells? You only have the one spell in the graveyard. Pathetic. Sky Striker only got one spell in the graveyard. What are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, so regardless of my whatever you want to call it, the rest of our hand's not terrible. Let's see. Got good old Shizuku going. Alright. I mean, if he has Widow Anchor already, which I have a feeling that he does, because I have a sixth sense for these sorts of things. My boy is gonna ditch Shizuku for something? Tenpai Senpai! Tenpai Senpai. Oh boy. What's this guy do again? This guy attempted to end the main phase. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this now. Which I don't really want to, but I kind of have to. We're gonna summon out Ursarctic Mikbliss, also known as Bear. When Bear gets special summoned, he can special summon another Ursarctic from the hand. So we're gonna summon out Megatonus. And when this guy gets summoned out, I can flip a dude face down. Screw you, Tenpai. You'll never be my Oh. I guess he'll be my senpai in that respect, but at the very least... Oh my Atava! Stinky OTKers and your Regekis and your triple tactical thrusts. Alright, let me think. What, is he either gonna get tactics or... Imperm, really? Can you be any more lame? Can you be any more of a scared little lame boy? Granted, I might be boned here because I top decked my other Kazakin. Oh no! Any other... I have so many cards I could have drawn into that would have been better than a second Kazakin, but I played two because it's more consistent with a lot of stuff. I thought you got... Oh, do you not have an OTK there? Is not how... I thought that was how your deck worked. Evidently, I'm wrong. Okay, well... We're in a top deck situation. My opponent's got the upper hand at the moment, but only the moment. I just need a Castra or any Ursarctic, and I should... Ooh, hello. Hello, beautiful. Lovely to see you. Hello, Fenrir. Nice to see you. We'll go ahead and use Fenrir, because he'll definitely imperm that. Or Ogre, which is worse. But I still get Unicorn. Yeah, that's right. I still get something. You think your little ogre's gonna stop you in your hand traps? This game is like 90% hand traps nowadays. I don't need no hand traps. I got things that are kind of like hand traps, but not especially. But let's see. Target a monster at the grave. This is the one that summons from the grave. Okay. So this isn't even like the good Tenpai Senpai. This is like the one you go in for later. But he can't be beaten in battle for some reason. Oh, just everybody can't be beaten in battle. Well, that's annoying. That's obnoxious as all get out. But I have Unicorn. Barring him top decking the right card, which it looks like he didn't, I will be better now. Because now it's time to start kicking this guy in the balls. Although it's kind of annoying that we're still going for like, well, like, I can normal summon Kazakin. That'd be great. So that's what we're going to do. Because I want everything in this deck to have some showing, I want to see the Ursarctics. We saw a little bit of the Ursarctics so far. Still going to go for more. We've seen the Gastra doing their thing. One thing I would say, I never noticed, I'm curious why there's no Tearlaments Castra in this deck, but that's beside the point. And my opponent surrenders! My opponent surrenders like a little boy, because all his hand traps did nothing. They did nothing. We laugh in the face of hand traps. Alright, so... it's an interesting duel. Not as much fun as the last one, for certain. I like that I won, but at the same time, I wanted to go off. You know, if this guy had gone, I would have sat here and watched Tenpai do its thing. But no, I'm not allowed to do my thing. I was going to summon Kazejin. I should have summoned Kazejin first, but that's my own fault. But regardless, let's go for duel number 3. Keep it up. And really, hopefully, we can get the synchros going. Or the fusions. We're not dipping into the extra deck as much as I'd like to. So let's try to make that the focus of duel number 3. Alrighty, everybody. It's time for our third opponent. The fight in third. Let's go right into it all through. Okay, it's a Monarch deck, which is not ideal. But I have Castra Birth, which gets around a good chunk of what Monarchs like to do. So I'm hopeful. I'm confident that I can at least attempt to do things, which, when you're up against Monarchs, that's not always something you have the luxury to do. Although I really low-key... Let's see. Monsters of Banished as well as Monsters of the Grave with their effects. Wow, just play all the... Why don't you just play all of the things? Go ahead. Why don't you just play all the floodgates? Get it over with. You know what? Here, let me help you with that. I'm gonna play my Castra Birth. Let's see you negate that. Inspired modern Yu-Gi-Oh players, I tell you. Anyway, let's go for our boy Castro Fanrear. And we're going to normal summon Kazejin. Let's see you stop that, Thur. I'm going to punch you really hard in the face. Let's see you have a Karibo. What's that? No Karibos? I see. Well, I'm guessing you're going to regret losing all those life points for nothing. Ugh, Floodgatey boys, I tell you. If you're going to play a Floodgatey deck, you got to do it right, and that's not the way to do it. Anyway, I'm negated and all that good stuff. So, I'm just going to make an extra deck monster out of pure spite for Monarchs. You know? I'll make something bigger than his monsters, let's put it that way. We got Harmonizer Gradiel, an interesting monster. It can make itself indestructible by battle with monsters with the same attributes, and be destroyed by the effect of monsters or my opponents with the attributes of the things that it's equipped with. So it's an interesting thing. It's an interesting one. What do we got? Pierce the Darkness. What is this? Is this is this not Monarchs? Or is this like a weird version of Dark Magician? Maybe it's both. I don't know. Could be. Could be. I just wish I... Where are my Ursarctics? I need an Ursarctic monster to do what I would like to do. Suijin. You can come out here. You're big. Suijin's nice and big, right? Let's do that, boy. Alright, do you have anything, dude? Do you have anything? No. Okay, well, we have to do one more duel at that rate. I mean, I can't end it on that. That was just sad. That was just sad, you know? Because I like a back and forth. I don't like it when, one, my opponent's playing all the floodgates, and two, when they play all the floodgates in brick. So let's go for one more duel. And pray to God above, Karibo, Mega Ultra Chicken, whoever we need to, just to see a nice back and forth. I mean, the freaking Volcanic player gave us the best back and forth. I want to see more of that. Alrighty, everybody, our fourth and final opponent of the day, the last chance at romance. Let's go in all through and see what we have. I mean, it's not a great... Although, Oh, it's an interesting hand, let's put it that way. We're going to start by playing Castra Birth, just get that out of the hand. I'm going to activate my Ursarctic Departure, ditching Scareclaw Castra, and this lets me get to my hand. Let's see, we're going to get Ursatron. Let me think. Do I want Ursatron? Let's see. Summon this card for the hand. This card's special summon. They all did be special summoned. That's true. Oh, I need the guy. Which of you is the one that gets me a monster? So we need McPola. And we need somebody else. We need a level 8. Yes. Possibly. Maybe. Give it a shot. Give it a shot and a dream. So we're going to activate McPola's effect. We're going to ditch Megapolar. Bring out McPola. It's going to activate McPola's ability that searches another Ursarctic monster. Possibly. Hopefully. Maybe. We'll find out in a hot second. It'd be really nice to do that. Anyway, thank you. So yeah, we're going to go for Ursarctic Alphatron. We're going to use his effect, bring him out. And even if this doesn't all work, I could just overlay these for like an Exceed summon, which, you know, that's kind of a backup, but... Oh, well, now I can't because I've used McPolar's effect, but that's That's neither here nor there. Don't worry about it. Let's activate Ursarctic Slider. Bring it back Megapolar. Yeah. Got something to say to that, sir? You something to say to that? Didn't think so. Okay. So we're going to bring back Megapolar. With all that said, let's see here. Unfortunately, because I don't have another level 8, let's see. Trigger level 8. Yeah, this would be level 8. Trigger level 7 higher, and then special. Oh, yeah, this works. So here's what we're going to do. Use up 2 monsters. We're going to summon out Ursarctic Polari. He's the original level 1. Using his effect, I can tribute off Alpha, and I can bring back my level 8. And that way, I can synchro summon. Acha. You know, it took 4 whole duels. I swear if you Nibiru me right now, I'll be very sad. I'll be the saddest polar bear at the zoo. Thank you for at least allowing me to do this, sir. Thank you. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go for our biggest boss, which is Ursarctic Serpentrion. It's even better when we go with the new tuner, but unfortunately I didn't have the layout to do it. But I can summon out Ursarctic Serpentrion, who negates the effects of monsters that don't have a level. So, exceed monsters and the like, don't like this dude. You know? It's very nice. So, we're going to go ahead. Let's use Birth just to get another monster on the board. It doesn't really matter, but I'd like some form of defense in case of bad things happening. So we'll end our turn there and see where this goes. Ah, it's, what do you call these things? It's Labrynth. Alright, Serpentrion's not a great opponent for that. But if he special summons stuff, Serpentrion does go off. I probably should have put Gumo somewhere else, but we have the effect of our Caster Birth. Let's just banish all of my opponent's graveyard. Why the heck not? No little Labrynth Stovey for you. Alright. So, while not the ideal scenario, it's something. And because he special summoned a monster, I do get to use Serpentrion. So let's go ahead into getting Megatonus, who's kind of like a hand trap in this deck. Kind of. Sort of. In a way. In a sense. Alright. Because basically, if I summon this dude out by tributing off my Scareclaw, and I have an Ursarctic, I can flip a monster face down. It's a something. It's a little something right there. It's better than nothing, let's put it that way. It just doesn't work against Ariana right now. Let's see. So he's already used up one big welcome in Labrynth. He still has the OG, of course, so this duel is far, 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 far from over. Very far at the moment. Yeah, if this guy had, like, well, this guy doesn't seem to care about his extra deck too much, but if he did care about Exceed summoning, he'd be in some trouble. That's what Serpentrion's all about. Stopping them nasty Exceed monsters. He's like the enemy of Double A Zeus or something. Although that's really, you know, typing, but, you know. It's the same idea. Anyway. So, this still could be bad. I don't really have much to stop all this, but let's go ahead and go for Megatonus. I can tribute off my... Well, it's an automatic thing with Departure. Instead of tributing a monster, I can just bring him out for free. I'm just going to go ahead and flip all Ariana face down. I don't think that helps in a meaningful way, but I flipped her face down. Very nice. Alright. Go ahead. Activate your Welcome Labrynth and pop my stuff. I know how you work. Alright, you can do that, but Serpentrion is still going to get me... Well... unfortunately, I think that will not allow me to search out. No! Curse you, punishment! I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this kind of punishment. Literally. What did I do to deserve this? I don't think I did anything. Alright. Let's summon out our boy Sanga the Thunder. And we're going to go for the Olden Battle Phase. That way I can use Scareclaw because he can attack in defense mode. He's a regular old super heavy samurai, he is. Alright, buddy, I know you have a trap. Don't pretend like you don't. Don't pretend like you don't have stuff, things and stuff. Thur. Alright. Oh, you're actually going to let me to hit you. Okay, well, that's very generous of you. Thank you. Thank you for not being uberly toxic or anything. I appreciate you. Immeasurably. Let's see. I could go for Shangri-La. I kind of want to... Well, destroy card. Yeah. Okay, so normally I don't like going to Shangri-La too often, but in this scenario, I will. Just to have something to get more stuff out of my deck. I mean, we've gotten our Synchro off. I'm happy there. The only thing we now need to do is actually go for, like, the Fusion. Which would be great. What have we got? Trap, Trick, you say? Okay. Kind of concerned why they didn't do that earlier, but you do you. You do you. Who do I have in the graveyard? Oh, I only have one Sangha. Ugh. He's better than nothing, but still. Still. Let's see. Activate a set, trap. Let's see. Special summon a fiend from the hand of the grave. Ah. Tricky. Tricky indeed. However, you've activated my birth again, so I'm just gonna banish all the traps you ever loved. All those trap cards you loved, sir? I'm banishing them forever. You'll never see them again. Or you'll only see some of them ever again. Alright. Yeah, that bastard boy, yeah. You get your search. Yep, Lady Labrynth of the Silver Castle. And I'm just gonna knock out a zone. Not that. Oh yeah, knock out your back row zone. Take that, Labrynths. Alright, so this is the one that can't be destroyed, right? Can be targeted or destroyed, right? But it's not stronger than Shangri-La. That is important. That is a very important part. Is that if it's not immune, or it's not bigger than Shangri-La. That's the important part. Stop it. That's not gonna work. You have another Intis. Yeah. No. Yeah, didn't think of that one, did you? No! Castra Birth! I used you for things. Unfortunately, I don't have a search for that. Ugh, that stinks. Ever so slightly, it stinks. It's not like the end of the world, but it does stink. Let's put it that way. Yeah, the combination of Labrynth plus these traps, pretty brutal. Plus just all the traps in general. Alright. If we could finally go to the standby, Thur, I'd appreciate it, Thur. Very much, Thur. If you don't mind, Thur. Thur. Let's see. Man, this is all happening in the draw phase, by the way. This is entirely a draw phase centered turn. That's the crazy bit. Otherwise, I would be doing something to stop all this. I'm just really hoping that he'll... Let's see. Opponent summons card. Summons a monster. Okay, what does this one do? Bounces back the lady. Protect the Shangri-La. That's gonna activate... Go Jirai Gumo! Yeah. Didn't think Big Spider, did you? Oh, but you did think that. Ah, balls. Oh, boy! Alright. Well, thankfully, this doesn't protect everybody, right? Yeah, get that nonsense out of my face. My Big Spider says no. No! Wait a minute, that could help. Wait a minute, that could help me. Ooh, hello. Hello. I like it. I like it a lot. All I need to do is live this turn. If I can live this turn, I'll be sitting pretty. But oh, that's a lot of back row. Although, oh no, he didn't actually get rid of Prey of the Jirai Guma. I have no links. I have no link monsters. That's not good. Let's see. Let's activate Roku Guardian, which I was kind of hoping to use, but that's fine. Let's get Kazajin for no real reason. Let's see here. I've got Rise Harp, but he doesn't do me any good. My monster's too small to do anything. So I'm just going to have to set, place my bet, that sort of thing. We'll set, place a bet, and we'll wait. I just need to live. Can I live through this? Maybe. Big maybe. Luckily, Dominus Impulse doesn't hurt me that much. Alright, spell trap, you control, destroy it. Set a normal trap from the deck. If you get 2 more traps. Oh, but the problem is that Labrynth does not target when it destroys stuff. So I think I'm still doomed. I'm just trying to see if I can, like, get out Gate Guardian, because that's kind of like a pivotal part of this deck. You know, we've summoned the Castras, we've summoned the Ursarctics, but we haven't gotten the Gate Guardian. If I can summon the Gate Guardian, that's all that matters to me. That is literally all I care about. If I can summon my boy, all's good to me. Well, don't that just stink up the air, does it? Oh, that is unfortunate. Unfortunately, my opponent has played the D barrier. Because of that, he's going to be able to lock me out of fusion summoning for a turn, and that just means that all my hopes and dreams got dashed. Which is a shame. I thought we were making this bond, my brother and I, but unfortunately, the lure of the Labrynth was too much. You know, he didn't get that OTK, so he was like, I'm going to stop my opponent from getting able to fusion summon for this turn. And ironically, I drew into another Kaze Jin. Oh, hello, he didn't play it right away. Oh, sweet, we at least get to play it. Sweet, why not? Come forth, Gate Guardian! Biggest Chungus. Alrighty, well, we're still going to lose as soon as he play Welcome Labrynth, because that's going to let him pop my stuff, but I'm grateful that he didn't play D Barrier when he had the chance. Let's see. Screw it. Beat over the big one. Punch the big one in the face. What's this? Is this a warrior? Oh, no, that is a warrior! No. Well, Gate Guardian's combined still active. I think he can D-barrier now. Possibly. Either way, it doesn't matter. Gosh darn it. I mean, that's Labrynths for you. They're all about them nasty trap cards, locking you out of doing stuff, and yeah, he was going to go for the D-barrier right there, but, and this is the big old but, I don't think I can summon Dark Guardian, but I can summon out, like, somebody. Something. I forget what I can summon, but if it at least lets me hit my opponent one more time, I'll be happy. Nope. Don't get to be happy with that one, but okay. Alright, well, at the very least, we've shown off the deck. You know, it wasn't perfect by any means, but I'm happy that at least we got to do what we wanted to do. It's so much harder for these casual decks to do that nowadays. But let's go ahead for the end screen. We'll give out the deck profile and all the good stuff. Alrighty, everybody, so don't poke the bear. A very interesting build of Gate Guardian, Castra, and Ursarctics. I think it's a really cool deck. At least conceptually, it's a really neat and interesting deck. We're just trying to use that combination of level 7s and 8s to do some different things. You know, it's one of those decks that very much likes a grind game. The longer it goes, the better it goes for us. We get all the materials in the graveyard, go for the fusions, get the Ursarctics out, go for the synchros. You know, we get to exceed, summon, what have you. It's a deck that benefits from a grind. That's what I'm saying. So, my only concern, really, was that we didn't have more Departure. I think this deck would benefit from another copy of Departure in it. You know, I just didn't change the deck up from what I got. And, other than, like, the side deck. I did side deck it, but I didn't, like, add in anything. So, I think it's a really cool deck, conceptually. I think it has a lot of promise to it. And, really, it's just the fact that Ursarctics is such a tricky archetype to do anything with. But, if you can get out Serpent using Ursarctic Polar Star, it's really good, because it effectively negates all monsters on the board. It includes yours too, but you know, you don't worry about that sort of thing. You just beat people over with big honking monsters. So, I enjoyed the deck. I hope you all did as well. Don't forget to hit up all the good buttons below. Help the channel keep it growing. We're so close to 1,000. I can taste it in my mouth. But yes, thanks again to our boy Harry Yu for giving us this deck and letting us take it out for a spin. So here is the deck profile, and go ahead and, you know, if you want to get the YGK file on our Discord, that's easier for you to go right ahead. But here's the deck list right here. So for our main deck, we play one copy of the Dark Guardian, one copy of Ursarctic Megapolar, and one Megatonus, 2 copies of Sangha, 2 copies of Suijin, 2 copies of Kajejin, for that little bit of extra consistency there. We got the Replicard Lad, which is just a nice guy for bringing out monsters from the hand, works really well with the Castras once we get Birth on board. We got 2 copies of Castra Unicorn, 1 copy of Diablo Stare the Black Witch, 2 copies of Fenrir, 2 copies of Labrynth Heavy Tank, then 1 copy of our Heavenly Zephyr Miradora, 1 Ursarctic Ultimate Alpha, 1 Ursarctic Megapolar, 1 Mectanus, and 1 McBillis, along with 1 Scareclaw Castra, 2 copies of Shadow Ghoul of the Labrynth, 1 Castra Riseheart, those are all the monsters, We have our 1 Ursarctic Departure for searching and substitute for tributes. We have our Dark Element for turboing out Dark Guardian and making him immune to stuff. We have Roku Guardian as our backup and our comeback material. We have our Ursarctic Sliders, a monster reborn for Ursarctics. 2 copies of Double Attack, Wind and Thunder. 1 Castor Birth, 1 Labrynth Wall Shadow, 1 Pressure Planet Wraith Assault. 2 copies of Prey of the Jirai Guma. We have a Grand Horn of Heaven, Solemn Judgment, and Solemn Warning for stopping my opponent's stuff. We have for our extra deck 1 Shangri-La. I wanted to throw this guy because he's really cool. This is Kurzaba, the library. This guy. This dude right here, he's really good against like quick play decks and things of that nature because you can attach the quick plays to him and he's unaffected by the activated effects of quick plays that your opponent plays essentially. So a neat thing if you're up against, say, Runics, perhaps. And we also have things Harmonizer, Great Yell, Simon, the Great Moral Leader, which is really hard to make, but it can really be useful if you can make it. We have our Ursarctic Polari and our Ursarctic Polar Star as our level 1 Synchro Tuners, which are not actually Synchro Tuners, but you use them for the Synchro, so same deal. You have our Ursarctic Grand Chariot, which can target up to 2 cards on the field and blow them up when special summoned, and you can, even negates targeted stuff. And then we have Serpentrion, which is our kind of floodgatey boss monster. We have 2 copies of Gate Guardian and Wind of Water, 2 copies of Thunder and Wind, 2 copies of Water Thunder, and last but certainly not least is our Gate Guardians combined, our ultimate boss. As for the side deck, I really wish that there was more use out of Labrynth Wall in this deck, because that was in the original build and I was like, oh man, how do I make this thing go? But unfortunately it was a little bit too bricky for my liking and it just didn't work out. But it would be really cool if it did. We also have things like Castra Ogre, if you want to have another Castra in this deck, like Ogre. He inserts out the trap cards of the Castra, which I rarely saw play in my testing or anything, but you could certainly make those work. It's just a lot more situational, depends on what you got going on for you. You also have things like Dragontail Pan, it's just another level 7, I guess. I'm not exactly sure why this is here, but it's here. We have our Gate Guardians combined if you want an additional copy. You have things like Chronomaly Atlantis, and a lot of big rank 7s that need multiple materials you can throw in here. Just depends on like your flavor you're looking for. You got Master of Blades, good old boy Lucky Straight, you got another Shangri-La if you find you need it. There's things like Tribute Doll, which can special summon monsters from the hand that can't be normal summoned or set. So, works for some of the Ursarctics and things like Alpha, and that's pretty much it. So that's why I took it out. So, we also have things like Ursarctic Radiation, which can let you draw more cards if you really get really hard into the Ursarctics. But like I said, that'd be a thing of, like, we have more Departure, that'd be even better. Then we have things like Castra Big Bang and Castra Preparation if you want to focus on them boys. And lastly, we have the Selection. A really interesting counter trap if your opponent's playing like all of one type, that sort of thing. Like if you're against Black Wings or something of that nature. So that's the deck, everybody. I hope you very much enjoyed it. Next time, I'm going to be very busy because I have my brother visiting. So I really wanted to do a week of decks, but I might have to postpone that. But I have a whole bunch of decks sent to me via my Discord. I'm going to be playing them all, like one after another. Day 1, Day 2, Day 3, decks, all of them. So thanks for watching. Till next time, your boy Memphis signing out. Y'all stay safe, stay happy, and y'all have a good one, everybody. Hell yeah.